What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake NBA Wise Stream. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I'm joined once again by the GOAT, the true OG. This time on part 1 and 2, because it's really just one show, because it's a 2-game slate. Paulie D, you can find him on Twitter at Paulie with 8 D's. Paulie, what's happening?
What up, baby? What it do, you know?
Paulie G, Paulie D, Paulie G. That's the name right now.
Paulie G.
Paulie G.
That's right. How you know, player?
That's what it comes down to. Paulie G. Oh, shit, man.
I graduated to Paulie G, you know?
Paulie G it is. Welcome. For those of you who are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you're notified whenever we go live. We do all kinds of free DFS content Monday through Friday. I know the All-Star break's coming up, but make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future content. We do other stuff too. We got some PGA action. We got esports action. We got XFL action coming at you guys tonight later on. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We appreciate those of you that are here. Shout out to MG. Shout out to 49er Don. What's up? Kyle Bogart on the YouTube chat. Shout out to our WiseTake Nation brethren over on the Wisestream page. I see Ladarius, Neil Dog, Ranimal, SG, Wig 3. What's happening, everybody? Man, this is exciting. It's like the last little, last little Wisestream before a little break action. I'm looking forward to the break, and I'm not. What about you? Like I am, but I'm not. Like we've been doing so hot, I don't really want to stop. But at the same time,
hot. Yeah, it's like the long breaks. You don't know how you're gonna come back. Like. Shit can change, when you're in the zone, you just want to stay in the zone. You don't really want to take a step out of the zone, and we're getting forced out of the zone.
Out of the zone all day. Out of the zone. It was like that when I was a kid playing baseball. I was like that. Like I would dominate the first half, and then we'd have like a bye week. You're playing in baseball. You just have a week where there's no game, and then I would come back, and all of a sudden it was different. I would always start off in like a slump or something like that. I mean, so I'm with you. Like when things are running good, you don't want to stop. I know. I understand the NBA players need a break, whatever the case may be, but I don't want to stop, man. We've been doing good, building momentum. We've been hanging out with the nation. We got some new friends, all that kind of stuff. So I want to keep it going. But it's all good. We're just going to keep things fresh, keep doing what we do. We actually have some improvements coming to the content side. Those of you who subscribe to WiseTake.com, just a couple of things we're working on the NBA side just to try to make things a little more easier for you guys, easier for us to update for you guys to make sure everything's as accurate as possible, and also easier to put up early so you guys have a baseline, something to start with. So some cool stuff coming at WiseTake.com. With that said, Paulie, we got a 2-game slate. We just heard that Jaylen Brown got ruled out. He was the one that was probable, right? Ingram's the one that was truly questionable all day. He was probable all day, but I kind of figured, right? He already had kind of an ankle injury. And then he hurt he got hurt in the last game against the Rockets at the end and came out of the game. And apparently it wasn't an ankle. It was like a calf contusion or something. But lo and behold, he's ruled out. What are your thoughts, man? I think for a 2-game slate, it's actually not bad.
Yeah, I mean, right quick, have the projections been adjusted to reflect the Jaylen Brown?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened right kind of as we were coming on. So it was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I did. Holler at me when they use though.
Oh, I'll let you know. No doubt.
Okay. As for the slate, it is actually decent for a 2-gamer. When I first saw 2 games, I was like, oh man, like they're doing us dirty here, and they still are. But the way they priced it on DK made it like everybody's in play, gave a little variety, like for a 2-game slate, like I think we're gonna have like not a ton of like 70% kind of chalk. Like literally every player kind of projects well. So I think they did a good job. And like these 2 teams, 4 teams have like enough depth to where, my player pool is still like 23 people, which is decent for 2 games.
Yeah, man, I agree. I definitely agree. So I'm with you. I think like at center, there's a few guys all around the same price. They're all in really good spots. Just a matter of grading out who you like the best, factoring in ownership. And then the same thing with the guards, man. OKC's got 3 of them. You know what I mean? We're waiting on news for Brandon Ingram that could impact the slate. So on a 2-game slate, I mean, information is always important. The more information that you have, the better off you are always going to be. But on a 2-game slate, especially, every little thing matters. Like, I'm looking at little things like, is Lou Williams in the starting lineup or not? Because little things like that matter to me. If he's going to be in the starting lineup, I think he's likely to get another 34 minutes. They don't always start him, though, even when Pat Bev is out. In fact, normally they don't. So if they go back to bringing him off the bench, that's going to change things rotationally. So there's a lot of things that, like,
Let's talk about that lineup right quick. Like, who do you think is in the starting lineup? Like, it's definitely Zubac, Morris, Kawhi, Paul George. Right, so then it's either Shamet or Sweet Lou, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I can.
So, matter of fact, let's actually go ahead and get started. Let's do a little game-by-game action, and then we'll try to take some questions and make some adjustments. While you talk, I'll try to get this Boston information updated. So, in the meantime, to give me some time to do that, we're actually going to start with the OKC game. They both start at 8, so it don't matter which one we do first. So, we're going to start with Oklahoma City at the Nolans Pelicans. 234 total, up from 231.5. Higher total of the 2. Pelicans opened up -2. They're up to -3.5. Paulie D, talk to me about the Oklahoma City Thunder side first.
Yeah, so I do like this side. There's 6 players that I'm willing to put into my player pool. They're getting the best pace boost on the slate. Steve Adams, extremely low price. Danilo Gallinari at 5.5, very low priced. Going to be both pretty popular. I think Nerlens Noel at 3,200, coming off a terrible game against a team that struggles versus bigs, is like an interesting contrarian pivot off of that Steven Adams chalk. And then the 3 guards, Schroeder, SGA, and Chris Paul. I prefer Paul, then SGA, then Schroeder in that order. I plan to get a lot of Paul and Steven Adams, as overall on the slate. I think they're just 2 of the better plays on the entire slate. And that's probably it. Danilo I'll have, but I'll be underweight on the field. He's definitely priced well. I would put him in a cash game for sure. But he does not go for more than 35, hardly ever, right? So the ceiling is just not very real. So, if you're trying to win a cash game or a small field, sure. If you're trying to win like a donkey, I think he's the guy to get underweight on from this lineup. Steven Adams, Chris Paul, my faves.
Yeah, I mean, this is the side. If you take away injuries, all that kind of stuff, this is the team that's getting the biggest pace boost. This is the team that's, should be in a plus situation. I'm good with Gallo in that mid range. I think if you're not going all the way up to Kawhi, or PG, I guess, the fun guy, Mr. Kawhi. If you're not going all the way up there, then and then that's it. Then you're coming to mid tier. There's really nobody in the bottom levels that I think I like. Steven Adams projects the best for us, like you said, outside of Nerlens Noel, which I think is interesting. If you want to have a small percentage of him in the event that something crazy happens, it's a 2-game slate, so you want to have 5% of Noel in case what's his name, Adams gets hurt or in foul trouble or anything, and Noel goes out there. They see that I would even talk about having even more. The only thing is I don't really need a 3,200 player. Right, Kawhi is the most expensive dude, and he's 9-1. So it's you could easily afford pretty much everybody you want. It would just be more of Noel actually has genuine upside, and if he actually got minutes, he can actually go for 30 to 40 if he got the minutes. So the issue, of course, is that even if you don't like Adams, the position is pretty deep all around that price range. They're all pretty cheap over there. But Adams projects one of the best for us. One thing I'll say, if you look at the history, Adams did really well against New Orleans in 2 games against them this year. However, Derek Favors and Zion were both not there, so they were that was back when they were getting just destroyed by bigs. I'm sure they're still not great, but it's going to make a little bit of a difference. They're a little bigger now, a little bit better in that department than they were back then. Back then, it was nothing worse. Jahlil Okafor, Jackson Hayes status. So, after that, I think Gallo has a good price. To Paulie's point, I feel like Gallo has a very good shot at giving you the 6x on his price. To Paulie's point, it's a ceiling thing. On a site like this, raw points matter. So I think Paulie's looking for a guy that can get him a 50 rather than a guy that may give him a 36 or 37 and give you tournament value. So I do understand that. However, like Paulie said, he is an optimal play, a cash game type play. I'd be cool with. Chris Paul in a pretty good spot, I think, also. Splitting with those guards is kind of tricky. One thing I will say is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's minutes haven't been as high. They're still good, but they haven't been as high as they were. If you remember, he was the only one that was getting 36, 37, 38. They kind of stopped doing that. Schroeder is actually one of my favorites on DraftKings at 5'8". We know when he is on the court, he's pretty active. This is a pace-up spot. Should be more opportunities for shots for him. A guard-heavy team they're playing. So I'm with you. I do like the OKC side quite a bit. And we have news for them. So at least for these guys, we can kind of take our stands. I guess like I would prioritize it as Chris Paul, Steven Adams, Dennis Schroeder for tournaments. Gallo's obviously the cash play. I think you could argue Adams is too. I think he'll be owned. He's projected to be the highest owned center on a few different places, so I think that's reasonable. With that said, Paulie, I'm gonna scroll down to the Nolan side. The dirty Pelicans. We're still waiting on news, obviously. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But hopefully, we'll get that soon, and I can
They're
make some
so
impacts.
dirty.
What's up?
They're so dirty.
So dirty. So dirty. Talk to me about the Pelicans, bro.
Yeah, the Peas, the New Orleans Peas. So obviously Brandon Ingram is everything. I think he's going to play, but that's just a hunch. I heard he practiced yesterday and all that goody good. If he's in, Frank Jackson would fall out of my player pool. He's currently in because he has been playing the last 2 games with him out and playing well. But if he is in, then Redick and Ingram kind of become my priorities, with Zion not far behind. Melly would fall from like one of my favorite plays, for value to like just a meh, like Josh Hart, like not really excited. Derek Favors has a great price in a decent spot. Like Lonzo Ball every day when he's 7K, regardless of Brendan Ingram and Drew Holiday. I'm not that into, but if Ingram's out, then I love everything on this side. Melly goes to becoming one of my favorite value plays on the slate. Zion becomes my favorite play. Still love Redick and would love Lonzo Ball, little Derek Favors, little Josh Hart, and a little Drew Holiday. But until we kind of get that news, the only thing that's kind of going to, be there regardless for me is JJ Redick and Zion Williamson.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like in my head. I have scenarios prepared for either or. If Ingram plays, I like Ingram a ton. I mean, his price is too low for the type of upside and usage he demonstrates. Even with Zion, we saw he had to make it a little bit adjustment with Zion back, but clearly Zion like has been taming himself with Ingram on the court, because we see what Zion can do when Ingram is off the court. So if Ingram's in, he's the only one I really like. I'm okay with taking shots on lower owned plays like Lonzo Ball just because he's going to be low owned, but obviously if he's in, that's going to lower Favors' probability of doing well. His usage drops and the minutes aren't gonna, if anything, they'll go down. If there's any kind of movement, it's gonna hurt Josh Hart. It's gonna hurt JJ Redick. Drew Holiday doesn't really do much on the usage end. But I'll say this: if Ingram is out, then I like everybody. I like Lonzo Ball at low ownership. I think he'll play like 39, 40 minutes in a close game. I like Zion Williamson a ton. I think his minutes are actually increased. I mean, he did 50 and 28 minutes in a blowout, so this game's staying close. Zion's doing dirties with Ingram off the court. Holiday would be the one that I'm cool with, but I would get more of him. But I would give him a boost. But I'm more excited about actually Lonzo Ball in that scenario at 7K. Double waiting to happen. But I need I'm cool with Lonzo regardless, but I need Ingram out to be confident enough to get more of these guys. I need Ingram out. Just need it. Otherwise, man, I don't know. OKC's been one of the slowest teams in the league lately. The last 3 games.
Yeah.
Slow.
We got the other game with Jaylen Brown out skis. Yeah. So all the Celtics looking hot now. And, the fun guy's over there.
The fun guy is over there. This is true. We'll go ahead and start talking about it. We got the Los Angeles Clippers visiting the Boston Celtics. We've got a 228 total. It is up from 220. So, Boston opened up -1. They're up to -2. Nation, if you haven't hit that like button already, please do. It really helps us out. Goes a long way. Smash it so we can continue to do dirties on the YouTube and the Twitch and all the good stuff. With that said, Paulie, talk to me about the Los Angeles Clippers side first.
Clip set. So, like you said, it'd be nice to get the lineups. I'm sure we will during this show. Research for me last night said play Kawhi Leonard for sure, and then I didn't really like a ton. I think Marcus Morris in a revenge, getting big minutes should get a ton in this game. Both these teams can go small. So he'd probably be my next favorite, then Paul George. Landry Shamet, Lou Williams, Avika Zubac. I'm not really into those guys. The only other guy, that I think is worth a look here is Montrez. And they just made him so cheap that I think he's just a must play in all formats. Just like, even if he gets 15 minutes, he could make 6x value. He's that good of a point per minute play, especially against this team. And honestly, I think that's like a harsh overreaction to a little bit of variance hitting his minutes, fouls, whatnot, foul trouble. And I think he goes back to his 22 to 26 range in minutes at 4-5. He smashes that price in an optimal matchup against Boston. And I truly like him quite a bit as well. So Kawhi, going to be my highest exposed Clipper. Then probably Harrell, then Marcus Morris, then Paul George, and then I'll have a little bit of Zubac and Shamet, and even less Lou Williams unless Lou Williams starts.
Yeah, that's I guess essentially the biggest thing we're waiting for with the Clippers is to see what their actual starting lineup is. If Lou Williams is in, I'm with you. I think he's gonna. If Lou Williams is out, I'm with you. If Lou Williams is not starting, then I'm worried a little bit about the minutes. I think we're relying more on efficiency. I'll still grab some, but I will lower his projection. Right now, I have it as if he's starting, which he did last time against Philly. And that led to him playing 36 minutes or something crazy that he doesn't normally play. So I'm cool with it in that scenario. With Jaylen Brown out there down a defender, they still got Marcus Smart, who's just going to play more minutes. That can make things even tougher on a guy like Lou and funnel things more towards Kawhi and PG. But more importantly, what I noticed about the rotation against Philly is Kawhi basically got the second unit all to himself, so that they started him. Lou Will got pulled, but then eventually came back in the first. Kawhi Leonard came out in the first, didn't come back to the second, and then it was just him with Shamet, Montrezl Harrell, and the other JaMychal Green and these guys. That's it. They just let him go by himself. Lou, Paul George, Marcus Morris kind of played together. So that's something that I want to keep in mind. That's why the lineup is kind of important to me, because if Lou Williams does start, then I think they're going to do that same kind of approach, and that's going to make Kawhi Leonard pop out a little bit more to me. I already like Kawhi. I'm already going to have a lot of Kawhi. I'm already going to have a lot of George, but it's the difference of me going to extreme numbers if that's going to be the situation. Marcus Morris, the price is good. The projection is good. We have to keep in mind that his projection is based off a different role. He was playing for the Knicks. He was the tied for the number. He was the number 2 option basically after Randall. This is different. Now he's option number 3, 4, 5, depending on who's on the court with him. So I'm not as excited, but he is cheap. And he did play 34 minutes or something like that in the last game. So that impressed me. The Clippers are a team that projected well for us. We didn't have to do much to get them to project well. The only problem that we have to keep in mind, and why I scale down their minutes a little bit, is because they're all playing together. Everybody has a usage impact, right? Think about it. They got Marcus Morris, who's an upgrade somewhere. They got Paul George and Kawhi are fully healthy and playing together. So it's a little bit of a different team, and that's why Montrezl Harrell has been kind of hard to project where he fits into all this. There were several blowouts in a row, which led to him not playing, and then he got into foul trouble against Embiid. On top of that, Embiid only played 26 minutes in that game, so it's hard to dictate what they're trying to do with Montrezl Harrell. But I will say, like Paulie said, 4,500 is too cheap. He's another one of those centers you're going to want to grab some of. So I'm a little higher on the Clippers as a team. I do like PG and Kawhi both. But as a team, they were projecting well for us. But that could really change, obviously, if based off the starting lineup. So waiting for some ish to go down. Paulie, talk to me about. Well, I'm going to literally adjust the Boston as we talk about this. So let's talk about the Boston Celtics.
So with the Jaylen Brown news, I will be putting Marcus Smart back into my player pool. I really didn't like him much prior, but now, he should start. He should play a ton of minutes and spend a lot of time guarding Kawhi and Paul George. Daniel Tice, at his price and what he's been playing since Marcus Morris left, in my opinion, is the best play on the slate and the guy I will have the most exposure to. Don't think we'll ever hear those words again. After that, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, my next 2 favorites. Kemba has not gotten the minutes back yet fully. I think there's a chance he can. And with no Pat Bev, he's got a plus matchup. I like all the Celtics, especially with Brown out now. It's just they still are only going to go 6 guys deep, maybe 7. And as long as the game's close, which I expect, like before the last game that Boston lost, they had won like 10 in a row against fierce competition on the road, at home. It don't matter. Before running into James Harden's just electric shooting night. So, I think they compete very well here against the Clippers. Clippers haven't really looked great to me lately. So I think we get a close, fast. Both teams can go small, kind of transition-y game. And I think Tatum, Hayward, Smart, Tice all play 32-plus minutes. And Kemba they probably take him off the leash today and let him see, upwards of 36 as long as the game stays close. So I like them all. If I had to rank it, it'd go Tice, Hayward, Tatum, Kemba, Smart, Wanamaker. Question to you. Is Enes Kanter in your player pool? And now that Jaylen Brown is out, was he there originally? Probably not. But now that Jaylen Brown is out, would you add him? Do you think there's a chance that he gets some run? Or if not him, is there anyone else in this bench that you think is worth playing, like Grant Williams or some shit?
I don't think I want anybody off the bench. Obviously, a guy like Wanamaker has done it before. It's like a once or twice a year kind of deal. But I guess I don't mind it on a 2-game slate just to be a little bit different. Kanter is a guy that was in my pool, just kind of barely though. It was like an 8%, 9% kind of deal, right? Because it is a smash spot. If he gets in the game, it's God mode city, no doubt. And the issue is it seems to me like they're not dying to play this guy. Now you factor in Jaylen Brown's out, and then it comes down to, well, would you rather have Kanter on the court, or would you rather have what's his name, like a Grant Williams or whatever? Because obviously we know that Tice's role has been more solidified now, right? Like he should definitely play the 5 we're looking for. I think it's a big upgrade for him. I think he wins probably one of the most in this scenario. This is, I think, going to make Gordon Hayward's minutes go up for me. I'm going to give a boost to Gordon Hayward. Just looking at the numbers itself in terms of who gets an increase, Gordon Hayward and Jason Tatum get the biggest increase in terms of usage. Gordon Hayward looking at about 2.7% usage increase. Tatum looking at a 3.6% usage increase. And in the event, I think you're right. Maybe they will give Kemba the minutes finally, but in the event they're not ready to do that, that's even better for Hayward, and these other guys and Tatum. And I was looking for an excuse to like Tatum a little bit more, just because I get the sense that his ownership is going to be really low. Because think about his position. You got Gallo in the middle, you got Marcus Morris under him, and then you have Kawhi and PG above him. Well, Kawhi, you've got, matter of fact, PG slightly below him, and then Kawhi above him, not that far above him. So this kind of makes me like Tatum a little bit more, man. I was looking, the last time these guys played, it was in LA. Tatum played like 40 minutes. He didn't shoot that well, and that was the difference of him going for I think that maybe he did shoot well that game. I think his most recent game, he didn't shoot that well. But it was there. Like, the upside is there. The Clippers aren't a big team either, so rebounds are kind of fair game in this one, I think, for anybody playing the 4 or the 5. So this makes me like Tatum a lot more in tournaments. It makes me like Gordon Hayward a lot more. Obviously, Marcus Smart is a guy that really wasn't in my pool much, and now is going to have to be. And I'm with you, bro. I think it solidifies Daniel Tice as a top tournament play today. I mean, he was another one. He played 30 minutes against them in LA, went for 40 on these motherfuckers. Up 40 on them. Holla. So the Boston definitely, and not to mention, let's talk about the Clippers for a second. First of all, they've been one of the faster paced teams in the league. They're just picking up their pace and deciding to run, and maybe because they're not really playing with a ton of center action. But regardless, they're fast. They're known as a good defensive team, but lately they've had they've had below average defensive ratings across the board as a team. They're just getting lit up. Boston's defense has also been down, and now they're missing a top defender. So this game definitely got a lot more interesting to me, especially the Boston side. And that was the side I was having a problem getting in. We needed an injury to have an excuse to give these guys the boost that they needed. So, Ali, if you hear me, you know. You know. Still waiting on Ingram news, to be honest. In my head, it was like beautiful, and we got the news just as we finished this last game, and the news came to us, and it was like, oh, that worked out beautifully. But obviously, this is not always an idealistic world. See, it's funny because you think he's gonna play, and I understand because the game, means something, that it's tight over there. But I'm looking at it like, man, they got 1 game left. He's missed 2 games. I think they've won them both. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why play him? OKC is obviously a pretty decent team, so it's not a slouch situation. But if he's hurt at all, he's about to get a week off. Why even risk it? But on the other hand, if they want to win, he obviously is a top player for him. So just waiting on the news, man. Just waiting on the news, man. And that's impact. That's huge too. What we got? We got plenty of time before it comes, but that news is big. That news is big. Let's pop into the chat and see what's going on there. See if anything's going on in the chat. SC Peterson says Grant Williams is some shit. Question from Wig3. You think Melly doesn't get more than 20 minutes? Does it depend on if Ingram plays?
Totally depends on Ingram. Yeah. No Ingram, he almost is like the main benefactor. Like the last 3 games, they are like playing him more and more. But if Ingram's there, I think that just falls off a cliff. So
100% agree.
Melly could go from like 60% exposure to 20 on a 2-game slate like that with the Ingram news. Perfect today.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, Melly's getting the minutes, but that's because they don't have Ingram. So Zion's having to play the 4 and the 5. They don't want to play favors more than 25, 26 minutes a game. Because every time they do, his back hurts. But I agree. The Ingram news is very important. Oh, you got a funny comment from somebody in the YouTube chat.
Drop it on me.
Hold on, I got to catch up. I think I might have. I don't want to skip a few out. Let's go through this. Harrell or Cantor? I think Harrell's the one I'd have the more exposure to. Cantor is like the YOLO play, bro. Cantor's just close your eyes, YOLO it, don't even look, come back at night, and either you're rich or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're rich or you're
like
not.
Son have to have Nice get injured for Cantor to really work out.
That's right. So as of right now, which of these games are your favorite to stack?
It's got to be Boston
Clippers.
Clips right now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Bingham got ruled out, and it's kind of close. But
yeah, that's exactly.
I think I still like Clippers Boston more. I have like a weird feeling about OKC New Orleans. I think like New Orleans might blow them out.
Definitely possible. You know what's funny? It's like in like we always talk about how every year the field, I don't want to use the cop out of the field's getting sharper, but like people, more and more people are educated, they're learning. There's more content than there ever was before for DFS. There's people who actually have time to like learn these things and get involved. But like years ago in this situation, there'd be no doubt in my mind that even though the higher total was in the OKC game, the Clippers game would be the chalk because that's the game on national TV. Right. And back then you get all those people, they just wanted to watch the game. They didn't really care about anything else. They just want to watch the game. But I feel like that's kind of changed. And like now you'll see it split a little bit more because now you got people who are actually educated who are going to look at the total and say, no, I want the game with a bigger total. I want the game. I don't care if I can watch it or not. I'll find a way to watch it. I'll bootleg that shit. I'll find, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So I think that I think it's just another like, it's interesting to know. Like no matter how good you think you are in this industry, you're going to have to keep adapting and keep it changing to, the different styles. If you haven't hit that like button, guys, please hit that like button. Hit it hard and long. And hard and long. Dropping sevens, that's right. Can't wait for Hayward to ruin my life one more night, Frank Corona says. Yeah, I'm with you. JD has a question that's pretty easy. Favors tonight? For me, I can consider him only if Ingram's out. Paulie, what do you think?
If Ingram's in, I play him about 20%. If Ingram's out, I play him about 35%.
Boom. Yeah, I'm more like if Ingram's in, I really don't want I don't want too many people at all. I don't want too much exposure at all. But if Ingram's out, then I'll bump him up to like some like 0 to hero type shit, 0 to 30. Quick. Boom. You know what I mean? Boom. How are you going to approach this? Do you want to be more spread out on a 2-game slate, or do you want to be like strong on your like on your takes and like, bunch of 90%ers and shit?
Pretty much. I'm going like 75% Tice, Hayward, Kawhi. If Ingram's out, add Williamson and Ball to that list. If Ingram's in, add Ingram to that list, take Ball out. So, like, that's 4 guys I'm going to have like 8% of, and I'm just going to hope that those are the 4 best plays and, just different combos of the other 4 guys throughout the rest of my lineups.
No doubt. All right, Stevie Brown's article is up. Good. I'm going to update my core real quick. So many Boston.
All right, Dan. Shit.
Get us some Daniel Tyson here. Let me see here. Put late additions. Put that in red so everybody can see. Still waiting on important news. Just updating the core plays article over at WiseTake.com. Added a couple players from the Boston side. Now I want to see. Now I'm ready to upload some stuff and see what I'm shworking with.
Twerk it.
Pellet. Okay, so we got a starting lineup, and Ingram's not in it, so I'm going to assume we got Lonzo Ball, Holiday, Hart, Williamson, and Favors. We got a starting lineup as well. On the other side, Chris Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander, Dort, Gallinari, Adams. So, yeah, I mean, he's not in a starting lineup. I'm assuming, I'm going to play it as if he's out. I mean, we'll probably get the news any second now, I would assume. Not a starting lineup, but...
It's like you said, what's the fucking point, right? Like,
yeah, what's the point?
You know, we should be able to win this game even without. And...
Oh, man.
$1.
This is going to get wild, but I'm about to do these projections right quick, man. It's about to get funky in here. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We have funkified.
That makes me like Lonzo a lot.
Yeah.
That was savage, bro. Like, that was savage right there. That's respect. Much respect.
Yeah. JJ Redick, Lonzo B, and Zion. Let's go.
And then your boy Melly's in play too, right? Like,
absolutely.
Your boy Schmells.
Drop that Melly.
Schmel Murder. Is that his name? Whatever they call him.
Schmel Murder. Yo, you on some wild.
Nah, bro. I'm pretty sure it is you who was on some wild shit today. I'm pretty sure it is you today. Probably got that vacation mentality. He's like, what? No screen sheet? No stream for a week? Holla. All right, let me look at this shit. I'm trying to factor in this ball information. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of touch. Oh, shit. I'm not getting it all.
Here we go. The freaks in the house. Do the dirty to your leg.
Damn. Not at all what I thought was going to happen. Shit. I have to get some.
Here we go. The freaks in the house. What?
Wait a minute. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. All right, man.
All right, Dean.
So, what changes for you exposure-wise with all this news?
So right now it is going to be Tice, Hayward, Zion, Kawhi, Lonzo, Redick, Tatum. I will have those 6 dudes at 65% or higher, and then the rest of the field, just whatever they give you.
Whatever they give you.
Capping to 50, though. Like, everyone else in the field is capped at 50. Those 6 dudes is 65 and up to 75 on the left.
Man, that's hard and long right there.
Tice, Hayward, Zion, Kawhi, Redick, Ball, Tatum. 7 dudes.
Damn, man, I gotta try hard to get some of this shit in there. I think I gotta make some adjustments on the Clippers projections right now. They're projecting so well for no reason, man. For no reason.
I did.
No reason.
I did.
All right, then is right. Shit. Make this shit work. Go to 31 at least. Alright, that's straight. Let's see what it was giving me. It was giving me too much. Alright, now I'm getting a little more Zion. Brandon, Jaylen Brown out. Damn, I still haven't confirmed that he's out. They're gonna troll us and play him off the bench. That'd be some funny. That'd be some shit.
That'd be
Yeah, no, I agree. It would definitely be dumb. It would be dumb. All right, so Marcus Morris is my problem. Sound familiar? I think I'm gonna. Shit. All right, let me see what this does now. I'm about to upload these things now. All right, so yeah, getting a lot of Tice as well. I'm getting a whole lot of New Orleans. Obviously, I'm still not getting as much New Orleans. I'm sorry, of OKC. I meant I'm not getting as much New Orleans as I want to be. It must be because of Gallo, but Boston too, man. What the hell? I got some work to do here. You at Gallo? You at, bruh? Check up some of these Bostonians. All right, so go here. Smart, Tice, and let me do Adams right quick. So what, you went on to Steam? You just click clacking now? You used yap 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 before, now it's just clap, clap. It's like you want to come down hard, man.
I'm just alternating. I was basically done.
Alternator what?
But
personalities?
Yo, that's some ice cold shit, B. I didn't think you was gonna ever do me like that, especially not on the air in front of all these people like that, man.
Oh, y'all got me fucked up. We got a notification from DraftKings. It just says Brandon Ingram will not start tonight. It doesn't say,
right?
He will not start tonight. Nobody wants to make the commitment.
How you gonna disrespect a PM like that?
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Things happen. I don't know. Things happen.
Hey.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Oklahoma City guard?
Oh, yeah. You think I'm just going to give you the dirty now? It's fucking OKC. OKC. It's Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, yeah. I guess that was an easy question. Huh?
Yeah.
How much?
No, I mean, they did price SGA real enticing, and you'd think like Schroeder's got like a gorgeous spot against the second unit, but
yeah.
When the games are close, Chris Paul gets the bulk of the usage, and like they don't got nothing. It's like three dudes on that team, and they don't play all three on the court together all the time. Well, I guess with Gallo it's four, but you know what I mean? Like Chris Paul. I forget who they played last game. Maybe it was like San Antonio. They were, down by a lot. Chris Paul had to single-handedly bring them back in. It's like the game's going to be close. Trained, and he's got so much usage because he's either facilitating or doing the scoring himself.
Right. True be true. True be true. Who's next, Schroeder or Shea?
Shea.
Yeah.
Shea with the rebound upside. Schroeder's just so scoring dependent. His assist ratio's been alright this year, but he's really when he gets what's he 5'8", he's got to get to 35. 26 of that'll have to be points. And, it's definitely the spot for it. But if I had to rank them three, he's the least for me today.
I feel you. Shout out to LD in the White Stream chat. How many Boston players would be too many? That's the question.
6.
6. Getting real close to 7. Just saying. At that point. That's all I'm saying. 6 on a 2-game slate. Hey, you're allowed to play up to 6. Is that the max point you can play on DraftKings? Is 6?
Yeah. So I'm saying 6 many. 5 is the most out there.
Yeah. Holla. Shit. All right. Let's do. Ooh, almost got me. Not quite. Not me. All right, let me pull up this chat in a minute, real quick. Let's do some dirties on the side. Okay, so I think the projections are updated for now. With Ingram out, good to go. I just gotta do one other thing, and we are good. We'll pull up the YouTube chat, talk to the nation a little bit. We still got 30 minutes to lock, so getting this information. It is a little weird that they haven't announced for sure that he's out. It's just strange. No, I know. It's just strange. You know, like just weird. It's just like one last FU to the DFS players before the break. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he'll probably get like ruled in as the starter like 5 minutes to lock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can see like
that first lineup was a mistake.
Yeah. He hasn't actually been told this yet. They just said to him, like, "Oh, bro, you're gonna be out." And they haven't actually told him yet that. And he's just like, "Wait, hold up, what? All right, 30.66. Is that what the number was? 6'8". Man, shit, you got me fucked up. All right, I'm gonna pull up the YouTube chat and take a look at this. We got some time here. Let's see what you got. SGA or Schroeder? You said SGA already. They're gonna take Totem, but he's gonna show Kawhi who's the boss. Timothy in the chat saying they're gonna take Tatum, but he's gonna show Kawhi who's the boss. Let's go. I like Tatum a lot. I like Tatum and Hayward with this injury stuff because I think that they're gonna be lower owned, even with the shma. Is Semi going to play any more run with Jalen out? Semi Ojale.
Like, I don't think significant enough to be worth playing today. But yeah, he may get like 12, 14 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. He should get some, but I'd be nervous to bank on it. Rocksteady. Shout out to Rocksteady, long-time WiseTake Nation member. If you was to make one lineup, who would be your top 3 must-plays? Who are your top 3 must-plays? You're playing on one team.
Tice, Zion, and Hayward.
I'm actually cool with that. The center position is the main. Oh, I missed one. Sam. Oh, I missed a couple. Shit.
I did.
Timothy says Kemba Smart, Tatum, George start there for tournaments. Sam Bam says with Ingram out, is it easier for Gallo? Forget about it to go off. So is the matchup better for him now that Ingram's out?
No, Ingram's not really a great defender, and I think the matchup is the same.
I mean, I think Gallo's the 4, right? So he was going to get Zion for the most part regardless, I think. Because if Favors and Zion start the game together, I mean, Favors is getting at him, so they're going to put Zion on not Josh Hart, what's his name? Dort, right? I would think the matchup would have been Dort.
Yeah.
He's a tree bird. And with that said, man, like yo, you saw it with Zion was doing a mellow, man. Dirties were done. This
is the same thing.
It's a Gallo.
Melo's probably stronger than Gallo.
Yeah, arguable. Melo got no type of horizontal movement, bro. Neither does Gallo. I'm just saying. I do like Zion. Center position is the main question. I agree. It's loaded. They're all around the same price. They're all in really good spots. And now we just got Favors, who at least before, when I thought Ingram maybe was going to play, was like, boom, not the case no more. Bada boom. I got to update the Court Plays article again. Damn, can I live? All right, I'm putting out a whole new core in this one with the way we getting this news.
Right, damn bit.
You know. Updating the Now Nation. Give me a sec.
Which chat was those questions out of YouTube or Wise?
The YouTube, man, was pumping them out on YouTube. Just pumping them hard.
I'll check WiseTake right quick. Although it sounds like the dudes that used to be in the WiseTake, like Sweet Blue and MG. DP.
If they pop in, that's awesome.
No, not the DP.
Yeah, they pop in.
They seem to be popping into YouTube, which honestly, like, it'd be nice to just, have them all in one spot. But we got to give them nation members the prioritize. But at this point, we just getting all the questions, so it don't matter.
Questions, looking like questions.
I'll see if there's one in the Wise Bank. I did. The two OGs, CK and Paulie D. Holla. Chris Paul or Lonzo? I'm smashing. We both think Lonzo.
Yeah, I like Lonzo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's
All
going
right.
to play a ton.
YouTube. Let me hop up in that piece. Hit the like button as I'm doing. Boom. See if there's any questions up in here. Then let's do like a position by position top 3 or something like that. No love for Drew Holiday. We in YouTube, we popping, we be here. I in bed, shit. Yeah, that's right, Piff. I'm like Drew Holiday's fine. He's my least favorite of Zion, Lonzo, JJ Redick, and Drew. Drew's my least favorite, but he's totally fine. Should do 30.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm cool with Drew. He's going to get a usage bump. I just would rather play Lonzo because I think this means that Lonzo's going to end up playing like 39 minutes if this game's close. So I just prefer him. I'm okay with Drew. There's a lot of guards, right? Like the OKC guys, they're still in good spots. Just because this happened to them don't mean they're still in good spots. You got Kemba floating around, Lou Will floating around. Now you got Marcus Smart in the action, you know?
Nick Marchigian, speaking of Marcus Smart, says, how do you feel about Marcus Smart? I don't feel great. I think he'll get a lot of minutes, which he should do all right with, but I like, Kemba, Hayward, Tice, and Tatum more than him because he's just very rarely shoots well and going to have significantly less usage than the rest of them. But he will get a lot of minutes, so I have some. I don't know how this motherfucker. Abrasuve says Tatum, Steven Adams, or PG Hart. I say Tatum, Steven Adams.
What was it?
Tatum, Steven Adams, or Paul George Hart.
Yeah, I would say the Steven Adams Tatum one. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, let's do. We like the Isles tonight. The hell's an Isles? Eastlake. I don't know what that is, Anthony Best Bay. Is that a hockey question?
Hockey, holla. We got a hockey crew.
Yeah. But this ain't it.
When me and you are not the hockey crew, no. But we do got one, though.
No. I say bet against the Isles, though. I have zero basis for that thought. I don't even know if they play today or if that is a hockey question. But if it is, bet against the Islanders.
Well, is that just something you picked up down in Florida? Just the anti-Jersey rhetoric type stuff? Anti-New York.
Isn't there Islanders like Staten Island? Who's the one player you say is a lot? For me, it's Daniel Tice.
I like Tice a lot. I think this helps. I like all of Boston. I mean, honestly, now, being that it is, I understand. The way I would rank the teams at this point for me is Boston. Well, not like the full teams, but specific players anyway. Boston, New Orleans, because they're the two teams that are short, that are missing somebody. And then OKC, because they're getting paced up. And then the Clippers. That's the kind of how I would rank the dirties right there. We did just get the Clippers starting lineup, by the way. It's going to be Landry Shamet, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Marcus Morris, and Zubac. So the rotation is going to be slightly different. This might be better for Harrell, right? Maybe we'll see Lou play with Harrell more. Because Harrell needs that. He needs a true point guard. Somebody that can actually get him to rock. So maybe that helps him. But Lou Williams back to the bench, not going to be starting today. So I'm going to lower his minutes because I don't think he's going to get 36 minutes or whatever it was he got last time again. Don't think so. Shit. Oh, man. Yeah, I got to do some dirts here, man. So, what you want to do? Some top threes or what?
Yeah, tree it.
Top tree, boy. Holla for $1. So I guess top 3 point guards then. All right, then shit.
All right, then. Give me Lonzo. Give me Chris Paul. Give me Kemba.
Lonzo, Chris Paul, Kemba. I'm gonna go with Lonzo as well. Chris Paul as well. I think for number 3, I'm going to pick another Lonzo Ball. I'll go with Schroeder, number 3. Schroeder, the Schroderius one. Shooting guards. I mean, I guess I could have used him for shooting guard. Whatever. Just dirty it up.
All right, then. Shooting guard, it is J.J. Redick. Wow. SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alex, and Dennis Schroed.
The shrewd dude. Dennis, that shrewd dude. I will go with, isolating without those point guards is a different position. I guess I'll go Marcus Smart. Drew Holiday. I'll go Shea. I'll go Lou. I mean, I know I'm in a tough jam picking Shea over him, but I like the upside from Lou. He's maybe one of them games where he only gets 30 but drops 30. You know what I mean? Could be small forwards.
Small forwards, it's Hayward, Kawhi.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gordon Hayward as well. I'll go Kawhi Leonard, and I think I'll go. I guess I'll ride with Marcus Morris at 5K. I could dig that. Power forwards.
Zion, Tatum, and Melly.
I love it, man. I'm going to go definitely with Zion and Tatum. I like that. I think we're going to get some low ownership on Tatum. Maybe not anymore, but we were. It was going to be beautiful. I guess I'll go with Gallo just because I don't know I think I've named everyone else that actually have my player pool. I literally only have Williamson, Gallo, Hayward, Morris, and Tatum as the options. So, and I used one of them at small forward already. Centers, man. I guess rank the centers. I know Daniel Tice is number 1 for you. Probably number 1 for me as well.
Tice Adams Harrell.
Tice number 1 for me as well. Yeah, I would have the same. Tice Adams Harrell. I mean, that favors behind them is simple and dirty, you know?
Yeah.
Simple and dirty. All right, now let me run this and see what we're getting here. Oh, dear. Yeah, I think I'm cool with it. I'm thinking if there's any players that I'm not seeing here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Man, Gallo, man, I tell you what, they make his price that cheap and make it difficult on a mother sucker, man. Like, it really wants to give me this dude hard, man, and long. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. So how much Kawhi you got, son? Sucker.
70.
Oh, sucker. Kawhi, you like the fun guy. Alright, raise up on my Kawhi a little bit, you know what I mean? He kind of fell out. And I was forcing in all that damn other shit. How highly on do you think Tatum will be, man? Like, even with the injury, maybe Hayward picks up ownership because he's cheaper, but I just don't see a ton of people bailing on like Gallo and like the Clippers dudes, man. Do you think Tatum's gonna be like? I think he's gonna be low.
I mean, I had Tatum projected well, and I'm still not getting a ton. So yeah, he'll probably be low. And he's got the highest ceiling of them Celtics.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Shit.
Tick tock, what up?
Tick tock. Alright, Kawhi the fun guy. Oh shit. Alright then shit. I didn't even know it was like that. Okay. Shit. Boston. Do the dirty for me today. Zion. You too. Dirties. Dirties must be done. Dirties. Alright, this should be the ultimate update right here.
Dog.
Is it really?
18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said 10. I was like, what happened? What happened there for a second? Alright, I'm about to go over what I got right now in Exposure City, and I want your feedback, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. It's doing it dirty now. Give it a sec. I think you're gonna like this so far. Well, ooh, interesting. It's a player that popped in that didn't
But
expect to pop in like that. What? What? Holler. I might have to lower him a little. I think I did overproject him a little bit, actually. Shit. Yeah, I probably did. Shit. That was me. Marcus Smart. I gave him a little too many minutes. Like again, on a 2-game slate, I want some, but I gave him a little. The minutes I gave him was just like a little cray. 32, Smart. Where you at? All right, let's see if this made a difference. Yeah, okay, it did. Oh, damn. Now I'm like, what is it, hurting for a shooting guard? Now it's trying to jam Lou back down my throat. Oh, no, okay, no. We got some competition. All right, so right now, the guys that I'm getting the most of, Paulie. Daniel Tice, number 1, actually. And I feel like, I don't know, like, first of all, we have never, ever once felt comfortable having him as a player that is among our highest exposed. Number 2, I don't think we ever will have another situation where he's the highest. And number 3, like, as far as minute volatility, when you consider Adams, when you consider, like, Favors, like, you could argue that Tice is, I mean, I guess recently you can't. But in general, I guess I would be nervous with his role to a degree. I feel good about it with Jalen out. I feel good. I feel confident. But I do feel a little weird when I'm like telling you I'm confident and I'm confidently saying Daniel Tice is going to be one of the highest owned. We feel good about it though, right?
Oh yeah.
Dirty styles. Daniel Tice, number 1. Number 2 for me is actually Lonzo Ball. Oh, I gotta raise me some Zion. This is getting wild, man. This is getting wild. All these damn positions are so damn deep, man.
So deep, put that butt to sleep. What?
Yeah, what you said. Exactly what you said. The fuck? All right, let me try this again. So Daniel Tice and Lonzo Ball look like the highest. And then I think Kawhi Leonard coming in at number 3. And then I've got Gordon Hayward, I believe, coming in number 4. Boom. Tots. Where the hell did you go?
I got like 4 duplicate lineups, so I just went to the app to manualize them. How much would be the most money you'd leave on that table?
He said manualize. I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to leave more than like 500-600, even on a 2-game slate. Just because of like, I mean, I guess like, you know what, like 700. I'd give it another like 700. Yeah. Probably the most. All
right.
If it was up to me and shit, like if somebody was like, "Yo, it's your choice. How do you want to do this?" That would be my response. No doubt. Damn. Still not giving me the shit.
Still not giving him the shit.
Nope. Sure.
Not him.
Not me. Boston. Gotta raise up to get what I want around here, man. It's just not trying to give it to me. Just give me what I want when I want it. I mean, it's very simple. It's not complicated.
What he wants, what he wants.
That power forward, like I like all. I mean, it's crazy. If you look at how tight the pool is, it's like 4 players, and they're all in good spots. 4. I guess that might be the position I try to get like an even distribution of or something. Because I keep changing shit around. Every time I see him, I still feel like, oh no, I need more. We got 15 minutes to lock. Boom, locking 10. Boom, locking 10. Oh man, the hell! Now all of a sudden I'm getting like millions of Montrezl Harrell. Oh, actually that works. Okay, never mind. That's cool. It's actually not that bad. Alright, as long as you're giving me the others, I could dig it. Yeah, I will say this. When trying to get those other guys into your life, Gallinari makes things tough. Like, he kind of ruins things. Gallo. The great Gallinari.
Whoa, Gallinari.
He's supposed to be like one of the highest owned players in the slate. He was. I don't know if that changes, but
Smelly Melly.
how much Melly you playing? How much Smelly Melly you getting down on?
41%.
41 for Smelly Melly. Like it. Marcus Smart will start for Jaylen Brown. That is official. That is official business. That is official. Damn, I'm not really getting to like too much of the Josh Harts and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as I would have thought. Clippers, I'm still getting a little too much of this fool right here. Okay, I like the way it's looking otherwise. Hush likes what I'm getting otherwise, though. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, let me upload this. Sucker figure. Nation, we got 11 minutes to lock, Nation. Make sure you're getting it ready. As soon as I get the projections exactly where I want them, then I'm good. Exactly where we want them. These projections, of course, are available to those of you subscribed at the WiseTake Nation. Go get it. I gotta give a little to Chris Paul now. Shit. I don't know why I did that in the first place. That was just dumb as fuck. I don't really have too many of those fucking, like, I just realized I don't really have a lot of those other guys I don't have a lot of Redick or any of those dudes, do you?
I have a lot of Redick. 61%. I mean, his usage has been like 29% with Ingram out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I've been like that's why I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I'm not really getting any of those dudes. It's been good. It's been solid. You can do the dirty. You can do the dirty for a living. Alright, let me see what I gotta do. Pelicans style. Okay. JJ Redick. Okay. You got any Josh Hart or no?
Minimal 2 lineups, like 6.4%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I got him where he should be. I don't really think I need to raise him much. Hart and Long. 23.69 for Redick. Alright, fire away. I think this is going to be the last update here. Let's see.
Alright, Dan.
Let's get it. Let's giggity get it, Dan. God damn it, Schroeder. You just ruining my life right now, man. Life ruiner, man. Straight life ruiner. Final projections. Last slate of the All-Star break. We got to make it a good one, Nation. Want to see some screenshots.
With how many teams have a legit shot at the playoffs, and my opinion on this year's NBA playoffs is the most wide open it's been. Like, I think any dips, any of like teams that will make the playoffs that have like legit shots at like getting to the Final Four are worth like investing in the futures market. But like any time two teams that are in the playoff hunt after the All-Star break play, I think we're going to see like really intense games. I think the NBA is going to be like an elite product in terms of sports, like the second half. I think it's just going to be awesome. I think you're going to see like, amazing performances night after in the games that matter.
Yeah, it should definitely be more. I would agree with that. It should definitely be more meaningful performances. For sure. With that,
Yeah. So, can you? I'd like to hear what you think the Final Four will be in both the East and the West.
the Final Four
What
in
about?
the East and the West.
Yeah, and I kind of made my little list.
In the West, I do think it'll be Clippers Lakers.
But the other two
In the
in the
East,
West.
you want the four in each division? Yeah, okay, in each conference. Who's my other West Coast teams here? Oh, let's think about this for a second. Hold up. So, okay. Lakers, Clippers. I think I would say Nuggets, Rockets are the next.
Lakers, Clippers. No, I had the same one except I have Portland.
I knew you were gonna have Portland in there. I knew you was gonna have them at least in there.
Portland gets the 8th seed and they beat the Lakers in the first round.
Right.
That's what happened.
Yeah. True. True that. What about the East?
I got Miami, Boston, Toronto, Milwaukee. Right, it's like Milwaukee's going to win the 1 seed. They'll play Orlando. They'll win that. Looks like Toronto will be the 2 seed. They'll play like Brooklyn. They should win that. Right. Looks like Boston is going to play Philly in the first round, or Miami will play Philly in the first round. And I think both those teams will end up beating Philly at this point.
Damn.
So I think Philly gets knocked out. I think I got Miami, Boston, Toronto, Milwaukee. And I got Miami or Boston coming out of the East. And I got the Clippers or Houston coming out of the West.
Okay. Feels you. Feels that horse style. I would say, yeah, I don't disagree. I think the Bucks are the best team in the East. The Raptors, I do believe, are truly the second best. You know, it's funny. I look at the standings, and I hate to disagree with what the current standings are, but I don't. I mean, Philly is the team that initially, to start the season, I had higher expectations for. They're going to have to figure out how to win on the road, or else they won't get by the first round. They're going to have to figure that out. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not going to be highly seeded. They're currently in the 5th seed. It's not terrible, but at some point, you're looking at home field advantage seems to mean a lot for a team like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Miami going out and getting Iguodala and Crowder was just like such great upgrades for them in terms of like, those guys can guard Ben Simmons and like the Tatums and the Siakams of the world. Like I really like Miami. Like I think Jimmy Butler's a winner. I think like he's a guy that'll take the ball in his hands in the stretch of games. I think they have like great outside shooters in Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. And then they got those defensive specialists like Crowder and Iguodala, Bam. Derek Jones Jr. is a freak that they're going to put on the other team's best scorer. So, like, I think they're really built well for the playoffs. And I think we see Jimmy Butler kind of, like, shine this year the way Kawhi did. Maybe not go as far, but I think he really shines in the playoffs this year.
You know, I got to say, I made some judgments on, I guess we both did, on Jimmy Butler and, like, how he was as a teammate or what he seemed like, all this kind of stuff. And I got to admit, man, like, he's proven me. I'm starting to change my tune. Like maybe it is the other people that were, maybe it might be what he thought. It's just, like if you're full of shit, you're not here to play, then you don't play hard, whatever. Because the Miami guys seem to all like him and respect him, and they're having a great season. And obviously, look what happens when he doesn't play. When he missed those games, they were hurting. They were hurting hard, real hard.
And dude, like the Iguodala pickup,
yeah, that was
like
big.
I can't stress how huge that is in the playoffs. Like that guy knows how to win. He's selfless and, like, is one of, like, the highest IQs on the court. Like, he doesn't have to score at all and have a huge impact.
Right. 3 minutes to lock, nation. 3 minutes to lock.
How much Kemba did you play?
I do not know, and I'm just waiting for this thing to finish because the thing's going slow as hell. Let me see. Kemba. Not much. Like 10% right now. I got so much ball and PG, man.
Yeah. How much Gallo?
Underweight for sure. I think like 30%. I came off him. He was initially in the core, but with all this stuff opening up, I just don't see a need to stay there, especially if he was going to be chalk to begin with. 2-game slate.
I got 9%. Yeah.
9%? Holla. How much Kemba do you have?
29.
Damn, son. Big boy style.
If there's any questions, let's see. Ingram officially out. Thank the Lord. Paulie, I'm playing the $25 make you holla entry. I need a top 4. The top 4: Ermi, Lonzo Ball, Zion Williamson, Daniel Tice, and one of Gordon Hayward or Jason Tatum. I think I'd lean Tatum, actually. That's your top 4 for the $25 make.
Holla.
Loaded. Thank you, guys. Lou not starting. Morris or Favors? I say Morris. Showdown. Go with Kemba or Hayward. I say Kemba for Showdown. Will Zion get up for 30 as long as the game is close? Tice, Hayward, Hart, or Cantor, Tatum, and Adams. I can't go with the Tatum one, so give me Tice, Hayward, Hart. Shea, Gilgeous, or Hayward? I say Hayward. Yeah. And that's that.
And that is that, man. We are just about at that point.
Morris.
Right. Lillard to miss 1 to 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
Dame to miss 1 to 2 weeks, man. Oh, poor Dame, man. Poor Dame, bro. We're almost here.
Yeah. That's a good point by Ashley Pete ZM. Like, since we're also high on Tice, have a couple hedge Cantor teams.
Yeah.
Since you should be playing multi lineups. And exactly, because if something dirty happens, Cantor goes the fuck off. You're going to wish you had a few. You don't need that many.
That's 100. That's absolutely a great idea, yeah. It's locked, by the way. So,
yeah.
Nation, we appreciate you guys, man. We try to start out the show a little bit just to, be on and hang out with you guys one last time before the break because we just enjoy being with the nation. We will have an XFL show later tonight at some point for week 2 of the XFL. I'm actually excited about that. I think, we've got a better idea of what we're looking for out of these teams and expectations. But it's been real, Nation. We'll be back in a week. We have golf content, all that kind of stuff at the site, the PGA stuff. So there's still plenty rocking at WiseTake. Just not going to be in the NBA until we're back next week. But hit that like button if you can. It really goes a long way. We plan on crushing the second half of the season, making some improvements to our content as is. And, honestly, bro, this has been one of the best first starts to the NBA seasons that we've had as a company and everything, man. Just phenomenal.
Feels so good with the NBA.
Just locked in, man. Just locked in. So we appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Paulie. Say your piece to the nation.
No, I mean, I think we're going to have some big second half winners from our subscribers. Like we've had a $50,000 winner each year, and like we haven't been anywhere close to as on point as we have been this year. I think the second half, we're gonna do 30s. I truly do. I mean, everyone says that, but like I feel it coming.
Yeah, I agree.
30 is coming.
I agree. Dirty Burger's coming. With that said, hit the like button for Paulie D, for myself, the entire WiseTake Nation. Enjoy your breaks. And as always, good luck.